been getting a lot of questions about the use of fenugreek and adding it to your henna recipe. And I want to give a shout out to one of my amazing clients, you know who you are, about sharing their recent experience with using henna and fenugreek and how it's smooth and creamy and just like luxurious. Even the color came out amazing. They were so happy and their hair is like divine. And you know, in the past, I've been like a little nervous about fenugreek because of the way it expands and I don't want to stretch out the color. I'm worried about a lot of things, but I was like, you know what? It's time to test this out and see how it's gonna come out, right? So my name is Khadija. Welcome to the Hennasooq channel. And I'm a leading expert in henna, natural hair color, Ayurvedic healthy hair care, and I do really gorgeous henna and jago body art. Now, a lot of questions people wonder is like, can it give you the same color results? Will you get the same coverage? Well, what's gonna happen when you start using fenugreek? Because if you have experience with fenugreek, you know it expands and it expands probably like 3 or 4 times the amount that you use. It just keeps going and going and going. And if you're not like on top of it, it gets as hard and thick as cream of wheat does when it's like just expanding and it's sucked up all the liquid. So first of all, fenugreek, the benefits of that herb are phenomenal. First of all, it's gonna make your recipe extra creamy, extra smooth, and full of moisture, like really moisturizing. So this is amazing for those of you who are like, ooh, aloe vera, I can't use it, or oh, Hennasooq's out of aloe vera powder again. What do I use? Use a fenugreek, use a powder form. You're not gonna get the seeds, you know, that's not gonna help you out. You need the powder. Just like the aloe vera powder is really beneficial and concentrated in that way, that to make it do exactly what you need it to do, that's why you need to use the fenugreek powder. It promotes hair growth and it gives your hair slip, gives it just, you know, natural body, you know, just the way that your hair is supposed to flow. The fenugreek is gonna give that to you by doing this recipe with your henna. And most of all, they want a really good henna experience. They don't want their henna to feel dry and rough and make their hair just break and feel stiff like it's dead. They want their hair to feel like it has life. And fenugreek will help your recipe have life, you know, really seriously. And you don't need a lot. I'm not gonna go crazy because we still wanna get those color results. So I'm gonna show you how it's done. Let's get into this recipe, come on. So this is about 2 tablespoons of fenugreek powder. And then we're gonna be mixing up a whole package of henna powder. So the henna powder that I'm using today is the Jamila henna powder. And that one is gonna be ready in 3 to 4 hours. This one is also extra creamy and smooth. Does cover grays, gives you a nice reddish tint. It does have an orange undertone. So if you're not really aiming for that, you wouldn't use this one. But for those of you going for those coppery kind of orange, vibrant kind of tones in your hair, this is perfect. And it also blends well with indigo. So you won't see orangey tones when you're using indigo with it though. So, all right, so now we're gonna add our 2 tablespoons to our henna. And we're gonna mix this really well. This is 100 grams of henna powder, 2 tablespoons of fenugreek powder. I like to mix the dry ingredients together so that it blends really well before I add the liquid. And now I'm gonna add my liquid. You can use warm to hot distilled water or your hair tea, so you get even more benefits. And since fenugreek really absorbs a lot of water, you're probably gonna need a bit more liquid than usual. There we go, and keep mixing. Mix it up really well because you want it to stay cream and smooth. And remember that fenugreek is gonna start expanding in this recipe, so you need to keep it really nice and wet. So look how luxurious it looks. It is looking so creamy and smooth. It's gonna be so easy to apply as well. And overall, when you're doing a color recipe, you wanna let it sit at least 3 to 4 hours. But if you just wanna get some of the benefits, you know, from the henna and the fenugreek, and that's your main focus, not coloring your hair or covering grays, then all you have to do is let it sit for maybe 20 minutes, just so that way, you know, 20, 30 minutes so it could dissolve, you know, like, so it's not so clumpy at all and it forms a beautiful, rich, thick paste, and you can apply it to your hair. And apply by sections, don't forget. Try to do those 4 sections so that way you can easily apply it by section and wrap it all up and leave it in your hair. I hope that you guys love that recipe, and I cannot wait to hear and see. Don't forget, I want to see your results. I want to see how it turned out. So don't forget to tag us when you do so that I don't miss how it came out. I really want to see and I want to hear all about it. So a few key things. You're gonna leave this recipe in your hair for at least 3 to 4 hours because you want that color. If you have a heat cap or a steamer, that's fine. You can use that. And then you can also cut your time in half. So you can leave it in for like 1.5 hours to 2 hours if you're using heat and steam. So especially if you want to see those color results. If you're just going for like just a mass treatment, you just want the strengthening and the slip and the growth and just the life in your hair, then you can leave it on for like 1 hour. And now you're probably also wondering, is it gonna be like a pain in the butt to wash out? No, because first of all, we didn't overdo the fenugreek. So it's not like primarily just a fenugreek recipe, because sometimes when there's a lot of fenugreek being used, you feel all those little cream of wheat bits all up in your recipe and you don't want that. So it's gonna be really easy to wash out with this particular recipe. You can use the cleansing co-wash to get more slip, get it all out. But just remember, always have a strong shower head. That's key because it's paste, it's not like liquid dyes or something like that. You're using herbs on your hair. So you really want to ensure you get it all out. If some of you want to do a mermaid soak, you can. That's what you like to soak your hair in a tub of water when you're in the bathtub or the sink even, wherever you feel comfortable doing so. But make sure to allow for all of it to come out because you don't want to have an itchy scalp. That's a sign that not everything has come out. So try this recipe. I know you guys are gonna love it. And let me know how it turned out. And don't forget, you gotta hit the subscribe and you gotta hit the notifications so you don't miss any of the videos that are coming out. And I'm gonna be watching to see these results because this, I know, is gonna be probably the hottest new henna recipe that you guys are gonna be trying this season.